Alright guys, so let's go ahead and have more fun with this, right? I'm gonna go create a shoulder patch that is actually a different kind of like fabric. So somehow I need to create a new geometry. Again, whenever I'm gonna do that, I will go ahead and duplicate the geometry by going to subto and duplicate. And afterwards, let me go ahead and disable the subdivision levels, go to maybe 3, delete higher, delete lower, right? And then I just need maybe the middle part, so I don't need the shoulder, the sleeves, so I'm gonna Control Shift, double click on that, and click on others I don't really want to see. Oh, not that guy actually. Alright, and then delete hidden. I have my shortcut here again, but the actual location again is geometry, modified topology, and delete hidden. It's just so slow to go to those menus, so I'm just gonna go for a shortcut. Now I'm gonna go actually use slice curve to cut out the area that I want to reserve. So BSI as slice curve. I'm gonna slice out a flat line in the front. And it goes all the way to the back, and maybe that's what I need. Okay, so I'm gonna go for Control Shift, double click on this guy, and click others to hide the others, and go for again another delete hidden. Now I don't really need those flipped back part too. So let's see what I can do here. Maybe I can, because it was a straight line anyways, so I can go for a BZM Z modeler. I'm gonna tell it to bevel. Edge loop complete. Let's see. Not that guy, actually. This guy or this guy. This guy goes all the way through though, so maybe this guy then. Yeah, and then do the same thing on the other side, so I can actually isolate the flipping back parts. And that's the purpose of that. Oops, I think I have it already. Do I have symmetry now? I don't know why, but let me just Control Shift, click on this part, Control Shift and Control Shift, click on that, and then let's Control Shift, holding down Control Shift, let's change the slice curve back to rectangular, Control Shift and drag to reverse it. Now I can do a auto group, or a polygroup, auto group, right here, so I can separate those two pieces that I don't want. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything back, Control Shift, double click on this, and that, and that, and that, Control Shift and drag to reverse and do delete hidden. So that way I'm getting rid of those flipping back parts. Now don't really want those things beyond the stitching, so I'm gonna again back to BSI, which is slice curve, right? I'm gonna go ahead and cut these guys out using slice curve. Then use the same technique to hide them away. I may have deleted something I don't really want it to, but I guess it's okay. I'm not really worrying too much about is it directly on the sewing or not. I can maybe move things around to fix that. Right, so no big deal here. Just cover that up. So mask this part, reverse the mask, go road scale, or draw, move, whatever, because it doesn't really differentiate the gizmo anyways. Don't know why, because it's kind of stupid to have all the gizmo in one operation. It's really annoying sometimes. Or just from a traditional modeler's point of view, right? Why do you want all the gizmos to be on one operation? You have move, scale, and rotation there anyways. Now if I want to move, I have to really move the cursor there. Otherwise it's that and that, and that's a little bit tedious to me. Anyway, but you can actually get away with that if you create your own gizmo, which is a whole nother new features in actually this new ZBrush, but I'm not gonna go over that. It's too complicated, too much to go over. Anyway, so I have this shoulder patch separated, right? Let's make sure that we delete it hidden, right? And I kind of need again a simpler geometry to create thickness again, so I'm gonna go for geometry, zero measure right here, right? I have my shortcut right here, so I'm gonna zero measure it again using the same polygons. 5 should be good for that. Alright. And then BZM again, I'm gonna extrude all polygons, right? To create this thickness. It's probably too much. Let's take a look. Okay, just need a little bit. Alright. Now let's see, maybe we can give it some more interesting changes on the contour. Maybe this guy can be actually make brush bigger and make go to move, turn on symmetry, and I can make this part go down this way, right? To give it some more interesting deformation. Maybe we can create a button here at the very end, right? That would be cool. Anyway, so now I have this. I need to go ahead and give it some UV. I don't really need those stitching there though, so some setup. So for the UV again, I'm just gonna go for that unwrap with polygroup. I have it here right away, so I'm gonna do that. Right, it's done, and then I'm gonna go ahead and Control D a few times, and then, oops, I'm gonna Control Shift. Actually, go use W to go to move. Control click there to, you know, mask others. Control click a few times to smooth the mask, and then we can go ahead and apply a noise. Okay, so we can go search for some noise. So I go ahead and search this sofa bump map, and I want to use one of these guys. I really like those kind of like repetitive pattern like that. Hopefully we can just use this guy or others. Not sure which one is the best, but maybe this guy. So I'm gonna save it, right? I hope PNG works. So I'm gonna save that and go back to the surface and go load noise and go alpha, and that's the bump map. I download it. Let's open that. Okay, I need to be on the UV part, right? And also let's not mixing any base noise. Same thing we did earlier, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and do the strings to make it stronger, and lower down the alpha scale to actually get the patterns. And maybe I need to, let's say, how about we go the other direction, right? Yeah, that's better. And I'm gonna say, okay, that's what I want. So, alright. So now we have this repetitive pattern being applied. Now there is some problem that we are considering or not. Like those are tilted a little bit, right? That's not quite cool, I guess. So if you really want to define like exactly where they are, right, you have to actually go ahead and really use texturing to texture on the UV, so you really know where they are. Okay, I'm gonna settle down with this. This is fine, right? I'm not really considering about like it's not quite straight, but if you wanted to, you can of course do something different. Now I do somehow wanted to not making them reaching all the way to the edge, so I'm gonna actually go turn off the noise. I'm gonna do some adjustment before I actually make those patterns. So here I'm gonna go for BZM and zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna go to this edge, go use extrude, or poly loop, right? Extrude this out. Hopefully I can do that. It's not allowing me to do that for some reason. Let me try it again. Oh, because of my symmetry, I guess. Turn off symmetry. Okay, alright. I'm having this one loop. Let me actually do it twice. A little bit for the thickness, and one more time goes all the way here. Alright, and then again I need UVs because I did extrude and the UV is not good anymore. And I have some overlapping part over there. I can maybe safely drag it in right here. So what I'm gonna try to do is maybe give it a little bit more detail, like BZM again. I'm gonna use extrude one more time, dragging this guy in. Now if I press D button, I can see a little nice edging there. Now I want to apply that pattern in the middle, so that's why I'm doing it. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and redo the UV. So that's gonna be again unwrap right here. So I'm gonna do that right away. Okay, cool. And Control D a few times, and then I'm gonna go W for move. Control click on it to mask it. Right. Now I actually wanted to mask that linear part too, so I'm gonna go ahead and Control Shift click on this. I'm gonna go for auto group. This way I'm gonna separate these guys into different groups, and because of that I can then Control click on it. It's gonna mask everything else, and then Control click to smooth that mask a little bit, and then I can go ahead and apply my noise. Okay, turn noise on and go alpha again, load that, go use UV and not mixing any base noise. Strength can go down, alpha can go, let's see, alpha can go actually up. Alright, let's hit OK. And we have this more fancier results. I'm gonna go ahead and let's try mask by noise, and then I'm gonna manually bump these guys out. So I actually need the offset direction, so I'm gonna go ahead and Control Shift click on it, Control I to invert that, Control Shift to go back, Control Shift click on this empty space to go back, and then I can go ahead and do the inflate. Right. And maybe I can smooth the edge a little bit. To get a better transition here. Alright, so now as you can see, we can use this technique, right? Create some geometry, UV it using a texture to populate the detail, and it's gonna be one of the fancy ways and clean ways. Not really require you to really sculpt, right? For people who's like, not quite into, hardcore sculpting, just, do everything from scratch. This is actually pretty nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and smooth out the edge to get a better transition, and then we're done with this shooter patch. Alright, cool. You can even apply an extra layer of stuff if you wanted to, but I'm gonna settle down with this. Okay, so we have this shooter patch now with some fancy textures applied. Alright, that's gonna be it for this tutorial. In the next one, we're gonna go ahead and maybe introduce you insert brush, and we can have some fun with these brushes. Okay, see you next time.